Today we are going to start with another classification system, which is the phylogenetical type of the classification system. That is Takhtajan's system of angiosperm classification. Raman Takhtajan is the Russian scientist, worked as a head of department of the higher plants at Komarov Botanical Institute in the Leningrad, Russia. First, he presented his classification system in the 1942, which was in the very preliminary initial form of the classification. After that, he has modified a lot, and final classification system, which was appeared in 1959 in his German book, Die Evolution der Angiosperm. After 1966, the system also has gone through series of modifications and elaborations, but the main theme of the system was remained the same with the basic features. The principles of the system, they remained the same. The Takhtajan's classification system was appeared in a Botanical Review. It was recently in 1980. Synthetic evolutionary classification means where we can use the maximum number of characters which was available or which may be available for the particular taxon. So on the basis of all synthetic characters, all the relative branches, the classification on the basis of evolutionary principles, that the Darwinian philosophy. So that should be put forward to the scientist. So Takhtajan was of that view, and his approach was much similar to the Cronquist. Takhtajan's system of classification is basically based on the Bayes and Helios system of classification, which was considered as a phylogenetical type of the classification system. And he considered all the evidences from the all fields, that is morphological, anatomical, embryological, cytological, whatever, numerological. So paleobotanical and chemical, all ultrastructural evidences while preparing this classification system for the polyphyletic origin he has denied. Takhtajan was of view that the origin of angiosperm is the monophyletic and it is surely from the Gymnospermous group. The monocotyledons were considered to have been derived from the primitive dicots. The dicot and monocot, जसं आपण angiosperm मध्ये बघतो, basic two groups are there. So here the monocots are evolved from the dicotyledons, and it is the basic reduction in the valves and the organs. The Takhtajan has divided the Magnoliophyta, the angiosperms, and into two classes, that is Magnoliopsida, particularly dicotyledonous group, and the Liliopsida, which is the monocotyledonous group, of which Magnoliopsida is considered the primitive. म्हणजे Magnoliopsida त्यांनी सुरुवातीला ठेवला, and after that he put the Liliopsida because it has been derived from the Magnoliales or the Magnoliopsida. So this is the clear-cut line of evolution he was considered. That is, the dicots are the more primitive than the monocotyledonous group. When we talk about the basic structure of the system, he has found basically two classes and further divided into 10 subclasses. The 7 under Magnoliopsida and 3 under the Liliopsida. So here you can find that here the classes Magnoliopsida, which was considered as a dicotyledonous group, and he has included Magnoliopsida, Ranunculidae, Hemimelidae, Magnolidae, Dilenidae, Rosidae, and Aristidae. And in Liliopsida, which was considered as a monocotyledonous group, we can find the Alismatidae, Lilidae, and the Aricidae. So these are the subclasses which have been basically he has been classified. But as we know, there can be the further modifications has been taken place, but the basic theme was same, but the addition and deletion of the group, particularly addition of the groups, subclasses has been taken place. And later on, we can find in 1980s, where you can find that there is the addition of the subclasses has been taken place. In class Magnoliopsida, dicotyledonous group, where we find there is the addition of many groups. Just take we can revise here. The Magnolidae was here. Nymphaidae has been added. Nilambonidae has been added. Then Ranunculidae it was present in the previous family. Then Caryophyllae is added. Amabilidy was present. Then Dilenidae, Rosidae, and Cornidae, and we find the Lamidae. So these groups has been added in the dicotyledonous group, that is the Magnoliopsida. Whereas in Liliopsida also there is the addition. Here you can find only three: Lilidae, Ericidae, and Alismatidae. Here Lilidae has been put at the first level. Then addition of the Comamelidae, and then Ericidae, Alismatidae, and it is the Triuridae and Eridae. So these are the additions has been taken place in the system given by the Takhtajan. This is the prominent feature of this classification system. Here you can find that there are two classes has been divided into 15 subclasses and 11 under the Magnoliopsida, whereas the 5 under the Liliopsida, which are considered as the most important groups of that particular divisions. Takhtajan considered that Magnolidae is the most primitive, where we can say the dicotyledonous group, where Magnolidae is considered as the most primitive and forming the basal group of which all subclasses have been derived. Here you can find this first group, it is the Magnolidae. This Magnolidae has given the first rank in the classification system. So he considered that Magnolidae to be the most primitive, and because of that, he put them as a first level. And other subclasses have been derived from those. Among the Magnoliopsida, he considered the Aristidae, which was considered as the most advanced group, and so that he has put that Aristidae in the last one. So this was the basic concept of the Takhtajan. Then three subclasses under Liliopsida, then Alismatidae, Lilidae, and Ericidae are considered to be the primitive than those of the other subclasses of the Magnoliopsida, and have been derived from the Magnolidae, आणि म्हणून त्याला त्याने Liliopsida मध्ये टाकलेला आहे. Among these angiosperms, the Winteraceae family is the most primitive family, and the Poaceae is considered to be the most advanced family. Here you can find, this is the basic chart provided by the Takhtajan in 1980s, which shows the relationship among the classes, subclasses, and orders of the angiosperms. Here you can find all the groups. He considered that he has evolved from the Magnoliales, Nelumboneales, Laurels, Nymphaeals, then Aristolochiales. This was the basic group from which all other groups have been evolved, even the monocotyledon one. So here he has drawn the line of development, and it is the Caryophyllae, which was again the base group is considered as the Magnoliales. So Dilenidae, Aristidae, Lilidae. So these are the basic groups which have been considered by the Takhtajan as a single monophyletic origin or the monophyletic line of evolution, as he drawn here in this particular chart. He has given near about the 67 phyletic principles, out of which near about 13-14 principles we are going to discuss, which are more important. So these discussions, these particular principles on the basis of what that classification system is given by the Takhtajan. So it was now well known, we can say that the woody plants are the primitive than the herbaceous, and because of that he put that Magnolidae group at the first level. Now deciduous woody plants where the leaf fall occurs. So in these leaf fall occurring plants, these are considered evolved than the evergreen plants. So this was quite surprising, where you can say evergreen habit of that particular plant is considered to be the evolved from the deciduous. Deciduous woody plants are evolved from the evergreen plants. Then xylem fibers are evolved from the tracheids to libriform fibers through the fiber tracheids. Then it is a trilacunar, pentalacunar nodal anatomical features are primitive to the unilacunar nodes. So these are some of the anatomical features which he was considered as a basic principle of the evolutionary trends. बेसेने सुद्धा तेच म्हटलेलं होतं. On the basis of basis theory, the same theory has been continued by the Takhtajan, and because of that he also followed same principle. that evolution is consistent and it can both downwards and upwards and necessarily not involve all the organs same time. कुठलं तरी एक organ modify होऊ शकते किंवा एक organ degenerate होऊ शकते. So he considered that the herbaceous habit in any one taxon is advanced habit than the woody habit of the plants. The group may be of monocot or the group may be of dicotyledonous group. At the same time, in the every genus or every species, where you can put this principle for all the taxons. The perennial habits are considered as a primitive than the biennials and annuals. The aquatic flowering plants म्हणजे काय? These are the specialized structures in the aquatic habit. So it is considered to have been derived from the terrestrial ancestors. When the terrestrial habit is the primitive habit than the aquatic habit. The spiral arrangement of the vegetative and floral leaves, floral whorls, they are primitive to the cyclic arrangement of the whorls. Simple leaves have the primitive habit. Then dioecious plants are more recent than the monoecious. Then bisexual flowers are primitive than the unisexual flowers. The aestivation types are evolved, and basic aestivation type is nothing but the volvate type of the aestivation, from which we can find the contorted or the imbricate type of the aestivation have been evolved. Means the many perianth whorls, many calyx and corolla whorls, they are the primitive than the apetalous flowers, which was derived from the petalous flowers. Many to few is the basic evolutionary trend he has postulated here. The polypetally in turn is the more primitive, where the petals are free. So this polypetalous condition is considered as the more primitive to the gamopetalous or the fused type of the conditions of the petals. I find there are some merits of the system because of which the system has been accepted in most of the part of the world. The dicots, where we can say the Magnoliopsida group has been discussed prior to the monocots. So Magnoliopsida is put initial and then later on the Liliopsida in the classification. So this is the basic evolutionary line that we trace today. So this was the merit of this system. Then families are small homogeneous units made up of the closely related genera. So closely related taxons are put together. This was another benefit. Then dicots begin with the magnoliales, which was highly satisfactory. And magnoliales are universally considered to be the primitive living angiosperms. And because of that, this particular view is also accepted in the most of the part of the worlds. Among the monocots, we find that Alismatales, which was considered to be the most primitive than the monocots, and which was we considered is the satisfactory position of the Alismatales. The Engler and Prantler's division of dicots into two traditional groups, that is Archiclamidae and Metaclamidae, it is completely abolished by the Takhtajan. So these terms are not used, where Archiclamidae and Metaclamidae, where we can find the Archiclamidae polypetalous condition and Metaclamidae where the gamopetalous condition, and these terms have been abolished by the Takhtajan. Then problems of monophyly, polyphyly, interrelationship of dicots and monocots, interrelationship of dicots and monocots, primitive position of the magnoliales, the secondary nature of the Anemophilous families. These all problems have been satisfactorily settled by the Takhtajan, and because of this system has been accepted in the very short period of time. But there are few demerits also. The main objection on the Takhtajan system is the derivation of monocotyledons from the stock ancestrals was considered as a nymphiales. मोनोकॉट्सची ओरिजिन कुठून झालेली आहे, तर ती निम्फियल्स पासून झालेली आहे, डायकॉटच्या एका ग्रुप पासून झालेली आहे. हे तख्तजानचं म्हणणं मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टंट ऑब्जेक्शन वॉज टेकन. जसं आपण बघितलं की 1980च्या फायनल याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी बरेचसे ग्रुप्स सब क्लासेस हॅज बीन separated and added to the system. So it is unwarranted splitting of that particular related groups. So this is the demerits of the system. So this is all about the system given by the Takhtajan.